Hey guys, my name is James Walsh, and you are listening to the Wrestling Epicenter here on YouTube. I want to thank you for finding us. Please do me a favor and click that subscribe button and the notifications bell. If you get the chance on this video, click the like button. If you do, it'll turn blue. Check it out. Also, check out WrestlingEpicenter.com for all this great content available in MP3 format, our online store that'll keep us going free and clear, daily news updates, as well as all the information from the history of professional wrestling you could possibly ever want. Check out WrestlingEpicenter.com online right now. Without any delay, let's get to your interview here on the Wrestling Epicenter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is our distinct honor and privilege to be joined by a now class of 2009 WWE Hall of Famer, the one and only Koko B. Ware. Koko, are you with us?
Man, I'm here, brother. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, we're doing great, man. It's great to have you on the show again. You've been on a number of times over the years, so great to have you on, and I wanted to have you on shortly after you got inducted into the Hall of Fame because, quite honestly, we couldn't have been happier for you. You definitely deserved it.
It was a pleasant surprise.
Oh, man, I was tickled to death, brother. I mean, we had a great time, the whole family, and seeing all the WWE staff again and all the old-time guys of working with the backstage and stuff like that. Man, what a time we had.
Were you surprised that they asked you to be part of it this year?
Well, yes, I was. Big surprise. You know, I couldn't believe it at first. I didn't believe it, but but as I got closer and closer, I said, "Yeah, I guess it's going to happen this year. They're going to induct me into the Hall of Fame."
How hard was it to sit there and write up a speech for the induction ceremony? Was that something that you were comfortable doing, or was it just that you go out there and let it fly?
Well, you know what? I wish I just could have went out there and without just spoke right off the top of my head, but it just I had to come up with something and kind of relate to everybody that all down the year, so I wouldn't forget anybody. And man, we laid it out here, and then so we just went out there and just read it, and just was so comfortable with it, and I felt at home, and I felt all the fans who's all around the world was watching me and stuff that supported me, all during my wrestling career, and man, I just did it for the fans, and my concern, I just did it for everybody that helped me, man, in my professional.
Really? That's excellent.
Now, you were inducted by the Honky Tonk Man. How did he get selected as being the man to induct you?
Well, you know what? You're right. At this moment, I really don't know, to be honest, but I was a little shocked by myself, but you know what? I couldn't ask for a better person because Honky Tonk Man did an outstanding job. It introduced me, and he told some funny stories that happened, and and of course Wang and I'm gonna say Wang and I, we kind of grew up. We weren't too far apart. He lived in Brownsville, and I lived in Union City, and so we weren't too far apart from each other. So he had a little history. I guess if it wasn't the Owen Hart, bless his heart, that I would love if he could have been living, then induct me, or beautiful Bobby Eaton, or one of my other partners was Norvell Austin, or Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the World, or could have been Jerry the King Lawler, guys like that. Lawler was the host of the show. So, but the next person that I really that knew anything about me, it was the Honky Tonk Man, So I guess it kind of worked out great,
Now, you were in that class with a lot of great guys. Bill Watts got inducted this year. You got Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. There was a lot of great guys in that class.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I go back on that WWE Hall of Fame, and our pictures come up. Have you seen the pictures?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And, man, I want somebody to send me an 8x10 of that.
With the group picture of you?
Yes.
Oh, you need to ask Vince. I mean, that would be a heck of a thing to have on the wall.
Oh, yeah. You know, you can get it off the computer if you know how to do that. You can get it off. Somebody can get it off. I'm just throwing some stuff out there in the radio land. Hey, if there's some wrestling fans or whatever, don't send me 10,000 of those pictures now. I just want just one.
Exactly. Hey, one for every room, though, right? No, just kidding.
Yeah, I only have 2 rooms in my house.
Oh man, what?
That's the bedroom and the bathroom.
Ah, there you go. The man's castle.
Now, being inducted into the Hall of Fame, you were a big part of WrestleMania 25, but they also did a big angle going into that show with Chris Jericho attacking the legends and the Hall of Famers, and Ricky Steamboat was actually involved in that match. Did they ever approach you about being a part of it?
Not at all. Not at all.
Now, I know that back in the day, I say back in the day, but about, 3-4 years ago, they were doing an angle with a young man named Rob Conway. And I know that you weren't exactly in favor of, just going in there and letting him beat you for no reason. Is that something that they might have learned? Oh, he doesn't want to do that? Because, I mean, that was, in my opinion, you were right. You told me once that you didn't want to do it because he would just beat you and he wasn't going to be around in 6 months, and your prediction pretty much came true.
Right.
Yeah, so there you go.
I guess kind of, they never did offer. They came and talked to me about it, so I respect them for that. And I just thank God I didn't have to say no to them and stuff like that because I just didn't want to go out that way. I don't want to get beat on. I didn't want to get, and I didn't want to beat up nobody. And I just can't see myself laying in the middle of the ring and getting slaughtered by the young generation, which I don't have anything against. God bless them. They you can't knock success, but I did my time, and I'm a Hall of Famer now. I'm a legend. So I mean, just kind of let me go off in the sunset being a legend instead of just being, hey, last time I saw Koko Ware, he was upside down. He was all upside down. The bird was over in the corner all upside down and couldn't find Frankie. Just couldn't, man.
Yeah.
I just didn't want that.
And they didn't. And you said that in a shoot interview you did a few years ago that you didn't want that to be like a send-off. You wanted just one last send-off. And, I mean, you got a couple of them. You got to come back for one of the WWE shows, and then now you got the Hall of Fame, which had to be...
That was my wish. Okay. That was my whole wish right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, just something, God just gave me that wish, and it came true, man. I was just so tickled pink. When I came back home, I said I didn't have to go in there and say, hey, no, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And because it just, I left it off. I left the WWE on a good note. Hey, Vince McMahon, we hugged, we shook hands with Vince McMahon and the whole staff and stuff like that. And I left with a good note. Everybody was just glad to see me. Hey, thank you, and I said thank you to them, and man, I just there's something that I can say I'm proud of. I achieved something in life, and I'm so happy I got a reward for it.
Absolutely.
Well, now the last question I have for you about your time at WrestleMania is that obviously the Hall of Famers were all a part of the show during the big segment where they brought you all out and everything, and basically, did you have a chance to actually watch the show, and did you enjoy it?
Well, if we could watch what we could watch, we didn't have a monitor in our room. We just kind of was back here just talk about old stories, man. Talking to the Funks brothers and Bill Watts and stuff like that. We was talking about God, and we was talking about some old things that happened in back in the day and stuff, and we all laughed and stuff like that. I mean, we just shared our moments just back and forth, and we really, time went by. Next thing you know, they were coming and getting us. Hey guys, y'all y'all up next. Okay, well, okay, all right, here we go, you know. But other than that, it was just, man, I didn't get a chance to see any of it, really.
Huh. That's a shame. I was going to actually ask your opinion of the wrestlers match, the Legends match, the 3-on-1. Personally, my opinion of that, and this is just a fan's opinion, but I was kind of annoyed that they did that to history. I was kind of hoping that they would give the old time. I'd hate to call them old timers because they're my heroes, but you know, one last ride, you know, one last shot on the top instead of kind of having to beat.
I think Steamboat did him out. You know, I thought he did an excellent job. I saw a little of his match, and you know, for the spots, I thought the Ricky timing was excellent. You know, out there, you know, it wasn't bad at all. So, but you could tell he's out there with that young generation, though.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we're going to close out with just a couple little things, but are you still, now that you are a WWE Hall of Famer, are you still looking to do anything in wrestling, or are you now you're going to kind of just, as you said, right off in the sunset, or what are you hoping to do now?
Well, you know what, I would love to still go out and do a lot of signing autographs and stuff like that. I love to come in and talk to the young generation, talk to some of the young local the wrestlers trying to get into business today. I love to share them my opinion about, you know, different things, and man, I just love to even come back and even and do a little wrestling for about have a little 10-minute match and stuff like that with somebody. You know, I mean, just promoters out there, you know, hey, I'm still, you know, I'm still active. I mean, you know, as wrestling or signing autographs and stuff like that. It was just, you know, I mean, the Hall of Fame was great. It just kind of gave him another shot in the arm that hey, I'm still alive. You can book Koko B, Ware and stuff like that. I mean, that's what most of it is all about. You can book the Funks. You can book I guess Steamboat if he was available.
Yep.
Or you can book what's his name? Kevin Von Erich.
Von Erich, yes sir.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can book these guys, you know.
Yeah, they're still around. They're still doing their thing, and that's kind of what the angle with Jericho's about. Did you have a chance to see the movie The Wrestler yet, or no?
No, I haven't taken a look at that movie. I heard some goods on it. I heard some bads on it.
Yeah. I think that's the way you come away from it. When you watch it, I think there's gonna be things about it that you're thinking, I really, really like that, and then after a while you'll be thinking, that part really pissed me off, and then you come back to, but overall it was good, and it's one of those movies that you just leave it with varying opinions all the time, and you never get the same answer twice when you ask somebody about it.
Well, that's why
I just wish that if he could have had, you know, somebody, some of the older guys was off in it or whatever. I guess I don't know. I still thought maybe, hey, this guy here, he just made money off our deal. I just thought maybe it should have been one of the boys involved in it, you know.
I know that they tried to include some of the guys. I know Jim Powers from the WWF got involved. It was doing some things there, but yeah, you're right. They kind of did. They did go a lot with the younger generation as well, too. Like a lot of independent wrestlers were featured a lot in there instead of a lot of the old timers and a lot of the legends.
I mean, you know, I wish, like I said, I just wish we could have got a shot in the arm with that, you know, and really, and that would have helped us, man, tremendously.
Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, Koko, we're going to let you off the line, but thanks so much for stopping by. This has been Koko B. Ware on the Interactive Interview, and I got to tell you once again, congratulations from Patrick and I. We have been fans for years, and we are glad to see that you got this honor. I think it was early because you're still a younger guy, but we're glad to see that you got a chance to be shown and featured in the way that you should have been. And I mean, anybody who saw your shoot interview knows that was your dream, and you got it, and we really couldn't be happier for you.
Oh yeah. You know what? I got one question I want to ask while we're on the radio.
What's that?
I'm getting a lot of fan mail coming to my home actually, they have an address to my other house that I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting it at the house where I live at because I live in a different place. But I'm getting a lot of fan mail that fans instead of wanting me to sign my little wrestling figure cards and things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just wonder how did they get my address?
That's a good question. The only thing I can think of is there's a website out there called Wikipedia, and what that is basically is like fans create this encyclopedia of knowledge that basically talks about everything and everybody and everything they've accomplished. So, like, I'm sure you have one on there, and they probably have your real name. And what they probably did was they looked you up on, like, the Yellow Pages website or something like that and found your address. And even if your number's blocked, your street address is going to be listed on there. That's probably my guess on how they do it.
I don't think that's right, though.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, because, let me start over. I don't want to know where they live. and I'm just saying, I really don't want them to know where I live.
It's kind of, if you think about it, that is kind of creepy. And like, we do this radio show. Otherwise, if I wasn't doing this radio show, I would never have contacted you. You know what I mean? It's kind of a, I don't know, you show a little bit of respect and a restraint towards, the people that you look up to. And
I mean, the fans are great, but what I'm saying, wait for, let me come to your town. Let me come to the area, and then you bring all your cards and all that things out.